is Srinivas. I'm working as an assistant professor in IRA College. In this session, we'll discuss about the hands-on queries frequently asked in the various examinations. So we'll concentrate on the next set of questions. Now, this is the table we'll be working upon. This is the table name is employee info. Now, this is a table we'll be working over the next 25 questions or so. There is one more table, employee position table also, but the main table will be the employee info. Apart from this, there is one more table, employee info position, employee position, I believe. This is the employee position table. Okay, this is the second table. This is the second table. This is the second table. This is the first table. Okay, these are the two tables which we will be concentrating on this set of questions. Okay, these set of questions. Okay, now we'll go to the first question. Now, the first question asked is, write a query to fetch the employee name from the employee info table in the uppercase and use the alias name as the EMP name. Okay, then this question is going to test your skills on two concepts in SQL. One is the string function that is upper function. So that is the upper function, and also it is going to test your skill on the alias. What is an alias? Alias is a different name to the existing entity. So that alias can be of a column type or a table type. Now, when it is used for a column, it is called as a column alias. When it is used for a column, it is column alias. When it is used for a table, it is called a table alias. Table alias. These are the two aliases we have in SQL. So one is table alias and column alias. Now what this question is telling us to write a query to fetch the name of the employees, to name of the first name of the employee in the uppercase. If you see this table, we have Sanjay, Ananya, Rohan, Sonia and Ankit. They are all unit cap. Now what the requirement was to print this in the uppercase. So we have to print all these things in the uppercase. So we have to use a string function called as upper. So upper is going to convert all your characters which are there in any case. It could be lowercase or uppercase or unit case or a combination of lowercase uppercase. Those will be converted to all in the uppercase and all capital letters. And also the next question is that we have to use a column alias called as EMP name. So this is testing your two skills in the two skill concepts in the SQL, that is the column alias or table alias. In this case, it is a column alias, and also we have to use the alias also. Now I'm going to how we can write this query? Select. We have to the first name. This table is having EMP ID, EMP name, first name, last name, department, project, address, and date of birth and gender. Now here we need to print the first name in uppercase. So select. We have to use the string function called upper. Upper of what? Upper of the employee first name. Employee first name as now they said to use an employee name as an alias name. Now I'm saying select upper of EMP first name as EMP name from employee info. When I execute this, all my data which is there in unit cap will be converted into will be displayed or will be converted into all caps and with the alias name as EMP name. So this is only display purpose. Actually, in the database, it is stored in this format. But for display purpose only, we are displaying employee first name as an employee name and displaying in all the caps letters. Now this is the first question. Here we understood two concepts. One is the column alias and the second is a string function called as upper. Just opposite to the upper would be a lower function. Just opposite to the upper function would be the upper function. So we have two string functions. These two functions are responsible for converting your string data into lowercase or into an uppercase. That is the first question. So I hope you have no questions here. Just we have to the answer for would be used to a string function and also use a column alias. Go to the next question. Now we need to print the employees who are working in the employee department HR. So if we analyze this table, we have a department column is there. So employees are working in various departments like HR, admin, account. So we have here three distinct departments. Those are HR, admin and account. So we have 5 employees and HR. In HR there are 2 employees working here. In HR there are 2, and admin also 2 persons, and in account there's only 1 person. So if you analyze this data, in the HR there are 2 employees, admin also 2 employees, in the account 1 employee. Now we need to display the query is to get the number of employees working in the HR. They didn't ask you to print the name of the employees. They ask us to print the number of employees working in the HR department. So we have to get the count or the number, we have to use a SQL function called as count function. Count function is going to give the number of records which is satisfying the condition. Now here when I say select star from employee, as I have 5 records, I am going to get answer as 5. Select star, if I execute till here, if I execute this query till here, select star from employee, I am going to get 5 records. But now I have to also now next I have something called as I have to filter the data. In order to filter the data, I know there's something called as where department HR. Now here your data is being filtered based on the department. The department is HR. The department HR. Now how many employees are in HR? You should be getting 2 records. So select counts of employees will give you 5 records. But when you add that query to an where clause, again you are filtering the data. So HR you should be getting 2 records. So we got here 2 records because there are only 2 employees working in HR. Similarly, if you want to get the department of admin, instead of this place HR, you have to write admin here or account here. Understood? So we just have to replace. So in the question it is department as HR. So we will be getting 2 counts. So this is testing your skills on 2 functions. Again, 2 concepts here. First, the concept would be account function. Account is going to give the number of records, and also it is going to also test your skills on the department of the where condition. The where clause, you are further filtering your result set. If you eliminate this where clause, you are going to get total number of records available in the that is 5 records. But we are interested only in the HR department employee working, so you are bound to get 2 records. So this was to test your skills on a count function and also on the where clause function. This was the second question. Okay, now write a query to retrieve, or next question would be write a query to retrieve the first 4 characters of an employee last name in the employee info table. Okay, now here we have the employee info table. This is the same table which we have been working from last 2 questions. This also we have to use the same table. Now in the employee info, there is something called as EMP last name and column is there, and the values are Mehra, Mishra, Diwan, Kulkarni, and Kapoor. So these are the 5 different employees whose last name is these users. Now what is the question to give? To get first 4 characters. So out of the entire string value, we have to get the first four letters of things. For this, we have two ready-made functions available in the string function. Those are substring function, substring, and we also have one more function called as left and left right functions, left and right. So these are the three functions available to manipulate to manipulate a part of a string. There are many string functions, but in terms of picking up some part of the string, we have to use either substring or left or right. Now, what is this? We'll see the substring function. Substring function is a what is it? Is string is an exact value. Substring is some part of the string. That part of the string can be entire string or one or two characters on the string. Now, substring takes 2-3 arguments. Substring function in database will take 3 arguments. The first argument will be the what string you want to search. What string to be searched. So, string to be searched is the first parameter. Then the second parameter would be at where you want to start, at which position you want to start your search. So I could say 1 or 2. In this case, I want first 4 letters. I'm doing so. And as how many characters you want to search here, I want to search for 4 characters. Now what is going to do? First, okay, substring is going to give you a part of a string. That part of a string could be entire string or 1 or 2 characters. Now here we need to get the first 4 characters of the employee last name. First 4 characters of the employee last name. For that case, so we will see the substring function. It takes argument as what string to be searched. Here my string is EMP last name. EMP I have to sort. I have to get the data from EMP last name. So EMP last name. Then I have to start at. I need first 4 characters. So I'm starting at the first position. I want to search. I want to retrieve the next first 4 characters. So S Mehra M-E-H-R. These are the first 4 characters. If you see the output here, it is M-E-H-R, M-I-S-H, D-I-W-A, K-U-L-K, K-A-P-O. So these are the 4 things. Understood? This is the substring function. Apart from substring function, we also have one more function called as left function. So what is the left function is going to do? We'll see now. Left will start from the starting and it will give the number of characters you want. Here we need the first 4. So I'm saying left of 4. So your left function will take 2 arguments: string name, and the number of characters to be fetched. Here, okay, to be fetched. Number of characters to be fetched. So we are getting left of first name. So again, out of this M-E-H-R. Similarly, K-A for last to be K-A-P-O. Kapu will be coming from this. So, but only you see that both are doing the same thing. Substring is also doing the same thing. Also, the left function is also doing the same thing. But what is the difference between these two? Okay, in the left, it always starts with the first characters. It starts with the first characters. Whereas in substring, you can start at any position. Because you can start at second position. You can start at second or third. It depends on from where you want to find out. You don't need to start from first, but the left function will start from the first character only. Left, starting from the left hand side of your string value. Okay, now how to get the last? In the earlier case, we have seen how to get the first 4 characters of the given name. First 4 characters of the given. Now this question is to get the last 4 characters of the name. How to get the last 4 characters of the employee last name? So here now we will see this is the employee last name. It is MEHRA. Now we need to get the last four letters. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So we need to get EHRA. For example, for Kulkarni, INRA. So we need to get ARNI for Kulkarni, because we need to get the last four characters. Okay, very good. We need to get the last four characters. So here again we can use either substring function or a write function. So if we earlier case for starting getting the first four characters, we use a keyword called as left. For the keyword called as left, now we are going to use a keyword called as right. So right is going to start from the last characters and it moves towards the left hand side. From the right side, the data we have to search for from the left to right. So Mera. So A R H and E. So EHRA will be the characters which you'll be getting from the thing. Now here we'll also use the substring function. We know that the substring function is going to take 3 arguments. The string to be searched on, substring takes 3 arguments. The string to be searched, string to be used for searching, start position, then starting position, and also the number of characters to be searched. Okay. Now here, because I don't know, because I cannot directly write. I need the last 4 characters. So first we have to use substring. I have to know this length. So here, say in substring employee name, this is the first parameter. I am calculating the length of the employee. I am calculating the length of the given values, and I'm using a variable -3 from -3, and then you start to -4. Now what is the length of Mera? So MEHRA. Now Mera is 5. No, okay. No. Mera is 5. Yes, MEHA 5. Now we are removing 3 characters from this. So that means you have to start with the second position. And you have to search for last 4. So you are going to get EHRA. So this is testing your skill on the again substring. The last question also we have used the search function. There also we have used the substring. But apart from substring, we also use a function called as a left function. And this case, we are using the right function. In the last example, we have used the left function, and this example we are using the right function and also substring. So till now we have covered 3 string functions. In the first example, we have also seen what is the one more. We have seen one more string function, that is upper and lower. So upper. So now somebody if asks you what are the functions, string functions, you can say left, you can say right, you can say substring, you can say upper and lower. You can also say concat is there. Concat is to add 2 string values. So these are the various string functions. Which we know. Now next question, write a query to fetch only the place name. Okay, first write a query to fetch the place name string before the brackets from the address column of the employee info table. Now this is the exact data we have. 5 records. You see that there is Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, again Chennai. So after the name of place, and they have added the shortcut in a brackets. So for Hyderabad it is HYD, Delhi DEL, Mumbai it is MOM. Like now this is a table. Now what is the query is telling us is to get the name of the city from the address column, but do not include the do not include the shortcut. Hyderabad is HYD. So we need to get only the full name of the city. Full name of Hyderabad is, you should display only Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai. Again, we should not be displaying Hyderabad space in the bracket HYD. Now for that we have to use the substring, because we have to use the substring because we have to get a part of a string. So we cannot use the left function or the right function, because we don't know how many characters would be there in the address. It could be 2 letters or 4 letters. So we cannot use left nor right. We have to use only substring. Okay, in substring. What is the parameters taken in substring? Substring takes 3 arguments. One is the string to be searched, then also at what you want to start and how many characters you want to start. Okay. Now here we'll introduce one more string function called as char index. Till now we have seen string function as lower, upper. We also see substring, left and right. Now let us introduce something called as char index. Char index, it is going to give the position of this letter. So char index takes an argument. It will going to give what is the position of this symbol. What is the first occurrence of this any character. Now here I am saying that my char index, I want to retrieve the from the address column. From the address column, I want to extract the starting position of the letter of the character bracket. So Hyderabad. Now if you see Hyderabad, so for example Delhi, DEL is 6, Delhi is 5 space 6. It is coming at the 7th position. DELHI. So 5 letters space is 6 letters. So it is coming at the 7th position, Delhi. Now because we need to only the name of the city. We don't want it shortcut. So we have to say I'm passing the address into the substring value. I'm saying it starts with 1. It starts with starting position, and till where it have to search, we have to search till it find the occurrence of the first occurrence of the bracket opening. Here bracket opening is at this position, or this position. No, after getting this, I have to minus this, because I don't want this to appear. I don't want the bracket to appear. So I'm saying -1. So I'm saying -1. So my data would be now what is going to happen is substring. It starts with the first character H, and it finds till the occurrence of the first occurrence of this symbol. So I don't want this to be printed. So I have to minus this value. So I'm saying -1 value. -1 is used to remove this parenthesis starting issue. Parenthesis starting issue. This is to remove that. Now here we also seen something called as char index. Okay, char index is a function, a string function. It is going to give the position of that first occurrence of the character. Here the character which I am searching is brackets opening. Okay. After getting this, I'll minus this 1 value. I'll be getting the name of the cities. So output is Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Delhi. I think there's some other more data here, but we have only 5 columns here. So you should be getting Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi. So these two are some junk data which I have inserted. So you don't need to be much worried about this. Okay. Now write a query to create a new table that consists of data and structure copied from other table. Now this is going to test your skill on one important SQL function. That is, you want to copy the content from one table to another table. Okay. You have a table called employee info. you have a table called if you want to same copy this content into another table. So what we have to do is first we have to create a new table. You have to create a new table. Then you have to create a new table based upon these columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So you have to create a table with 8 columns. Then you have to insert all these records. In this case, there are only 5 records. Imagine if you have some 10,000 records to be inserted, how much time you are going to lose by inserting each record. Each record you have to insert for 10,000 times. So how much time you're going to waste. So in SQL Server, in the database has given you a command called as into command. It has given a command called as into command. This into command is going to copy the content from one table to another table. This into command is going to copy the content of the existing table, new table. You just have to make sure that this new table is not existing in the database. If this new table exists, your query is going to fail. Okay, it says already table name exists, because in the DBMS every object is unique. So you cannot have duplicate table names in your database. So you just have to make sure that your table is not existing. Okay, here if I execute this statement, same copy of the employee info will be created with the new table name. So by this, what is going to happen? You're getting the structure of the employee info, also the data in the table, into the new table. But here, if I need to have only structure, I don't want to have the data into that. Then I have to again go and I have to say truncate table name. So truncate table name will remove all the rows. Okay. Instead of doing this truncate, I can introduce some false condition. Here my false condition is I am saying here where 1 is equal to 0. So 1 is never equal to 0. That's why you will not get any records when you execute this statement. So your only empty data table is created having no data, because we have introduced a false condition. The false condition is that where 1 is equal to 0. When 1 is equal to 0, you will not get any data. So only the structure is copied. You're left with the only structure. Okay. If you don't use the where clause, so what you are going to get if you don't use the where clause? You are going to get an exact copy of the existing table. So this is useful. Suppose if you want to do some manipulations on a DB, instead of directly doing it on the main table, first you use this temporary table or this new table as your trial data. You do your modifications. Once you think it is fine, then you can apply the same changes on the main table. Okay, this is the into command. Now write a query to find the employees whose salary is between 50,000 to 1 lakh. Here we have some set of records. Okay, here we have some set of records whose salaries are from 75,000 to 5 lakhs. Now here we are asked a question to get the employees whose salary is between the range between 50,000 to 1 lakh. Now when you get a range values, it is better to use a keyword called as between. When you are given two values, if you want to get the value in between them, in the values corresponding in between those values, we have to use a keyword called as between. This between command will take two arguments. First, the lower boundary, and higher boundary. both these boundaries are inclusive. Means that it starts with this value and it also will search for the higher boundary. So whatever the values satisfying in between these two boundaries will be retrieved here. In this case, my I said that my salary should be between 50,000 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Then I will be getting values from I'll be getting the values from 75,000, 85,000. Only two records. So I'll be getting here two values here. Okay, 75. 90 is also there. Yes, 90 is also there. So three records. So I'll be getting three records here. Okay, because these three salaries are in between 50,000 to 1 lakh, to 1 lakh. So anything satisfying these three will be retrieved here. Same way we can write this without using the between operator also. Same thing we can also write without using the between operator also. So how we would write this? Select salary where salary greater than 50,000 and salary less than 1 lakh. Less than 1 lakh. Now what is going to happen is this. Now anything first, this is again, this query will be first it is going to execute this part. So it gets all the salaries whose salaries are greater than 50,000. So you will get 70, you will get almost all the records, 5 lakhs, 75, 90, and also it says answer, and there is an AND operator. AND means both should satisfy. It also checks with the salary less than 1 lakh. Then you will be getting 75, 90, and 85. Only three are satisfying. This 3 lakhs and 5 lakhs are not satisfying. So those two are left out. So this is also correct, but this is going to take more. This will take more load on your server, because you have to execute the query twice. You have to execute the query twice, so it's going to take some more time. But if you use a between operator, it is an inbuilt operator. It is an inbuilt operator provided by the system, so that it checks directly if your salary is between this. Yes, it is a bit not between this. So it eliminates. Yes, eliminates. So this will be done at a faster rate. And that will not be coming here. This is the between operator. Also, we can. What is the alternative for the between? We have to use. Instead of between, you have to use the greater than operator and less than operator twice. Okay, in order to find salaries between these two range. Write to a query to find the employees that begins with yes. Okay, now here we have some set of employees. We need to start those employees whose name starts with S. If you analyze this table, only Sanjay starts with letter S, and also Sonia, Sanjay, and Sonia are the two employees whose name starts. Because we only know that it starts with A, we don't know the exact name. We don't know. Suppose you have to retrieve Sanjay and Sonia, you have to write the query twice, where employee first name is equal to Sonia, or employee first name is equal to Sanjay. Instead of using that, we can use the like operator. So like is like a pattern matching. You don't know the exact value, but you only know that it is going to start with letter S. So you have to say it is going to start with letter S. So it's such like is a pattern matching. We know here. We know we are starting saying it should start with S. It's going to pass this table. First Sanjay, it passes. Ananya, it will not come here. Rohan will not become. Sonia will come. Ankit will come. So like operator is to find when you don't know the exact exact value. Suppose you have to write, you have to get to this same thing, then you have to, instead of using like, you have to use you have to use in you have to know the exact value in Sonia and Sanjay. Here you have to know the exact value. But in this case, I don't know the name of the two students or two employees. I just know that their letter starts with S. So when you are not sure about the correct value, when you are not sure about the correct value, you know you have to start with the first letter is S. So you are going to get this. Okay, now write a query to fetch the top n records. So here there are 5 records. So if we want to find the top 2 records, top 2, or you want to get top 2 or 3, 4, 5, then we have to use a command called as top. Top is going to give the top is like a top. For example, in the class, I have 10 students. I'll say who got the highest mark. Some will say I got 99. So he is 1. Next, what is it? 98. So here now I am here. What is it? I am ordering by the department. I'm ordering by the department. So here, if I order by department, now what is the first department? First admin will come. First account will come. Account. Then again then after account, admin, then HR. Now I am sorted this data based upon this data because I ordered by department. So first now here I am saying out of these 5 values, I need only top 2 records. When I need to know the only top 2 records, I have to use the top 2. So top 2 will be evaluated after your data is sorted. After data is sorted, then top 2. If I say top 3, I'm going to get account. I'm going to get account is here. Rohan is coming. Then I'll be getting Ananya, and also I'll be getting Ankit. Let's say top 3. Here I am saying top 2. That's why I got 2 records. If I say top 3, I'm going to get 3 records. Okay. Now here we'll see the last question for this session. We'll continue the next session. Now I have here 2 columns here. I have here 2 columns. Those are employee first name and last name. Now here my requirement is that I have to combine these 2 names, as I have to display as full name, and there should be a single space between them. See, the requirement given here is to combine 2 names. The 2 names are employee last name and employee first name. I have to combine these 2 by using a empty space, and also I have to display the name as full name. So there is no full name column in the database. So I have to combine employee last name and employee first name. This I have to have a single space. For that I have some ready-made functions available in the SQL, that is concat. So concat is going to add a content of 2 or 1 or more strings. So here concat of employee first name, comma, because I had to test a space, so I'm adding some space here, employee second column. So this is when I execute this. So Sanjay space Mehra, Ananya space Mishmisa will be coming here. So, and the workaround for this, would be using the default string adding, that is plus symbol. So plus is the default operator to add 2 strings in SQL in DBMS. So employee first name, then you add an empty space, then you also add one next name. Okay. Thank you. We'll continue the next slide from the question number 11.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.